You ever look on eBay, you look at the parts and you're like, that'd probably work. Or maybe you think, yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. Who would buy that? I'd probably buy that. It's definitely my watch list. And if you have items such as that in your watch list, then this might be for you. This is buying eBay parts so you don't have to. Alright, so the focus here is kind of self-explanatory. I'm going to buy eBay parts so you don't have to if you're concerned about it, if you want to know about it. So I'm going to be buying parts that mostly I need or am interested in or curious about, and they may or may not be chassis specific. They might be universal. They're probably going to be universal because they're eBay parts, so I'm sure a lot of it's going to be universal stuff. The one I have right here in front of me is a universal part, so we're going to start off with that. So that's pretty much a simple rundown. I buy part, I show you part, I'm going to give a rating on the part. Maybe I give a little bit of how I think they could better it, but this is going to be pretty much wing it. I just had this good idea. I think it's a good idea. I think it's pretty cool. So once again, welcome to Buying eBay Parts So You Don't Have To. This is episode 1. Okay, so what I have here in front of me for today is, this is a universal voltmeter. So these are listed on eBay as universal motorcycle part. So I guess that's what they're used for, but honestly, these work fantastic. I have these in almost every car, and the cars that I don't have them in, I need to put them in. So, this one, these are two very similar yet different pieces. This one, the clear acrylic is very glossy, and this acrylic is like a matte and kind of flat, and it's just, they're barely different, as you can see. The other differences of these is the very clear acrylic one came with a 3M backing tape to just put it on there and you stick it to whatever, whereas the matte one has a clip backing and comes with screws and a couple zip ties to attach it to whatever you feel that may need to go to. Now the problem here is that, sure, this is better on the back side of this, but this one sucks for being in the sun. If the sun shines on this at all in the car, it's awful. I have this one in sketchy speed and I hate it because I can't see it when I'm on grid or anything. I have to kind of do the shade hand over. It's awful. I have this one in the red car and in the 4Runner, and it's phenomenal. It works great. I can see it at all times. It's actually kind of bright. Not too bright to like piss you off, but it's nice. So, going to hook this up real quick. If I could see, this one's nice and yellow, pretty bright. It has that super quick load screen to it. The other thing I don't like about this other one, let's see if I can, is how long it takes to load. Come on. Oops. If you can see that. I feel like that's quite a bit of a load time. Also, I think that's a different reading that I just had. It's giving me 9.5 directly, and this one gives me, come on, bear with me. Huh, 9.66. Huh. Just changed to 9.47. So technically, this one's actually better. It gives you a full reading down to the 0.0 instead of just the 0.1. Huh, I never noticed that. I've only ever hooked up to a car. This is the first time I ever hooked up to a battery. So that is interesting, which I did like. I do like this one more though. So that's kind of troublesome. I have recently bought another new one on eBay because these are the only two I have left. So I was up, well, I think I have 3 left, but I always wanted to up another anti one, just have another one on hand. This one is another yellow one. Oh, now I got 9.6. So I guess they're probably just off by 0.1, depending on, well, I'm also using the 9 volt now, so it's going to go down, but yeah, that's my only gripe with this one, is that you can't see it in the daytime, and that's kind of when I need to see it. Is, you know, it's a Miata, and the sun always kind of is shining, so it's kind of hard to see. These ones are extremely visible, so that's great. But it is kind of a bummer of the decimal place between the two. So take that as you may. It may not be a concern at all. I mean, it is very close, so that's not really going to be a huge deal. That's not going to be a breaker between it. You're knowing if your alternator is not working or not. It's going to be right there. So that's not too huge a deal. So here is the listing of the one that I had bought. As you can see, voltmeter, gauge panel, meter, car, motorcycle, very generic listing. So whenever you search, it should come up. That is the price I paid. It comes in blue, white, red, green, and yellow. So the color options are kind of there. So it's kind of nice. I personally wish they had purple. I paid somewhere in the $7.72 range to the $8 range. There are cheaper ones that you can find. I actually did find a cheaper one while looking at this. I thought they was gonna have a buy 2 and get it a little bit cheaper, but then I saw this one and noticed it is also cheaper. Also has the red, green, blue, white options, and it's actually under the $7. And it'll end up being, you know, 6 something for 2 of them. This actually looks more like the original ones I used to buy with the clear acrylic, and personally ones I like, though hopefully the ad is accurate, because it does actually look like the wires are stronger. So for $6.71 each, I'm gonna buy a couple more of these so I have them on hand, because I do want a green one. So all in all, these are pretty good. They are a really great tool to have, and is a cheap way to add a voltmeter to your vehicle. In both the Red Car and Sketchy Speed, I just have these spaded into a fuse, and may or may not be the right way you should do that. That's exactly how I did it. It's honestly probably how I did it in the 4Runner too. I just can't quite remember. So basically, I'd probably give these both, like, either one of these an 8 out of 10. Not so much this one, just because I don't like the way it works, but it may or may not be a problem for you. So an 8 out of 10. The wires are kind of chintzy. If you're not careful, you will just rip right through them. I could probably peel them with my finger, but I'm not gonna do that right now. But this is a great generic product. It actually works very well for being Chinesium, and I really can't fault them too much on how well it's made, because it seems to be very well made. I haven't had one fail on me yet, and I've had one, I've had them in my cars for multiple years, so they're going pretty strong. Yeah, I highly recommend getting one of these. These are great. Also, I will put the link in the description for these. And then after looking at my order history, I'm pretty sure this one's green. So we're gonna open this one. Did I just cut that when opening that? Maybe not. So we're gonna see if this one's a green one. Put all these away. All right. Oh, it is. How cool. my flash is on. All right, well, to the camera, that does not give off a very good green, but in person, that is a very good green. That looks very nice. Oh, I wish the camera could pick that up better. Well, this needs to go in a car now, because I've been wanting a green one. I forgot I ordered the green one. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. If you made it this far, thank you for listening to me yap about a random car part. Hopefully I do it again soon. I do have a couple parts lined up, so I hope to get to them in the next coming days, but we will see. Alright, so I do have a couple parts lined up, so hopefully I get to them soon. I've been putting this off way too long. I've stressed myself out overly about this to try and get this done, so I just thought the best way was just to knock it out. No thinking about it, just dive into it. So I will put links in the description. Hopefully you check it out. And thanks for watching. Peace.